Pete, Melbourne is being dubbed the lockdown capital of the world this morning after Premier Daniel Andrews unveiled his road to recovery. Certainly disappointing news for Melburnians holding on to hope that we might be able to reopen sometime soon. We certainly have a long way to go. Melbourne's harsh stage 4 lockdown was due to end on September 13. That has been extended by 2 weeks, just with some minor changes. I'll take you through them. The curfew has been pushed back to 9 p.m. Singles and single parents can have one visitor to their home. You'll be able to exercise for 2 hours a day, so not one, and also be able to meet up with one other person outdoors. So, for example, you can sit in a park for up to 2 hours, and playgrounds will reopen. So that is some relief for young families. Then from September 28, if Victoria records between 30 to 50 cases for 14 days, restrictions will be eased further. So then we'll be able to gather outdoors with up to 5 people from 2 different households. Childcare will reopen. There will be a phased return to school for prep and VCE students. Personal training will resume for only 2 people, and outdoor worship will resume for up to 5 people. Then from October 26, if there's an average of 5 cases or less for 2 weeks, then the curfew will be lifted. No restrictions on leaving home. There will be an outdoor gathering of up to 10 people allowed, and a household bubble will be created of up to 5 people visiting, and outdoor exercise of up to 10 people. There will then be a staged return to school for all year students, so from years 3 to year 10 who hadn't returned to school before then. Cafes will be able to reopen, but under very strict conditions. I could only have up to groups of 10 people, and it must be outdoors. The shopping limit will be lifted and retail can then reopen. Hairdressers will then be able to open on October 23, but other beauty salons will have to stay closed. Open homes and online auctions will also be able to return. Now, the final step, November 23, there must be no new cases for 14 days, and that is when we can see pubs and restaurants reopen, and we can have public gatherings of up to 50 people. The Premier says he's sorry, but there is no other way.
I apologise for the circumstances we find ourselves in. I apologise for the reality that we find ourselves in. But we can't change that. We can't simply wish that away.
Disappointing news for business owners. The Premier says there is a support package coming, but this is how Melburnians are reacting to the news.
I don't think he's listened to anyone.
You look how tight the restrictions are compared to the rest of the world. It seems like there's no way we can't get Christmas.
You do what you have to keep the public safe.
Pete, by the end of this, Melbourne would have been in lockdown for 112 days. Let's hope this works.